right, already in the cage, we have CJ Berkheimer and Justin Copling. I think flying in from not near here.
Louisiana.
Very,
very far away. He said he had his Nintendo Switch with him, so it's all good.
I love it. 2 purple belts. This is going to be a good matchup. They're like similar size, similar strength. So in case you guys were wondering on Instagram, they say 77% of Instagram says that CJ is taking the match. 23% have Justin. And they're pretty similar in age. I know Justin is 26 years old. CJ is going to be very close to that, if not exactly also that.
Yeah, I think CJ's 24.
Oh, okay.
I think
nice.
CJ's 24. I might be incorrect there though.
When we asked Justin what was important, he said he had no current accolades and he was actually just looking to build his resume. CJ just coming off of getting his jaw fixed, so he'd had a little bit more manliness, so he's just looking to make sure he feels a little bit better tonight.
He's immediately in on the bottom and setting up.
He's going to go right to X guard. Good spot for him.
Yeah, get some... Oh.
Maybe threading that right leg through. Yeah. Back to X guard.
He was thinking about a leg lock here. Oh,
very nice.
He's going to use that to try and come around to the back.
CJ known for his ability to bear and bolo. He likes guard. He is a bottom player.
Yes, very dangerous with his back takes from pretty much any sort of guard position. We're seeing some of that here right now. CJ's also a veteran of the arena banner, familiar with the rules format and the pacing.
Justin doing a good job of pressuring on the top. But TJ's going to get back to his guard. He finds himself in a De La Hiva, extending his leg across, and he will get close to taking the back here. He is chasing it.
Yep, and this is a very tough position to get out of here. He's got that first hook in. He's already got one arm working underneath the chin. And yep, there we go. Now we got...
I think he needs a little bit better of an angle for the choke, but he's got it. It's in. We got a body triangle on. Now we're going to look to hand fight to see if we can finish.
Yep, CJ can take his time here. This is still fairly early in round 1. Everything is dry, and CJ's got time on his side, so this is a dangerous position for Justin.
Justin doing a good job, though, of controlling the hands, making sure he fights appropriately with the hands.
Yeah, Justin seems very calm in this position right now. He's, just doing all the right things, but not overly exploding and trying to get out. He's just hand fighting.
This might be a little tighter. We got a short choke. Justin doing a good job of bringing himself to the triangle side. Now they're going to come back to neutral, which actually did stop CJ from keeping his triangle in there. CJ doing a good job of keeping his head between the mat and Justin, keeping his ear nice and tight.
All right, looks like
we're back to the body triangle. We have a little bit of a smother. Is there a smother alert?
There was. I could hear the smother. That's actually what cued me in first, was I could hear the nose breathing starting.
Sometimes that smother can set up you taking the neck with the choke. So it can be a strategic smother, not just a mean smother. We like that. We like that too, but...
Oh, here we go. That's under the chin there. That one
we're getting close.
Under the chin, but Justin did a good job at turning and forcing CJ to focus more on controlling and keeping the position.
Justin trying to keep his hips high. I think if CJ comes off to one side or the other, it could make the choke a little bit stronger, and I think Justin realizes that.
Yeah, and with that pressure that he's been walking back, we've actually started to put the cage itself into play here, and now CJ, even though he's in the offensive position, he's the one with his head pushed up against the cage, which can make it more difficult for him to, focus on control and create space to get underneath the chin.
And CJ will come up to mount. Good defense by Justin, getting out of that back position.
This entire match, CJ has been forcing Justin to be strictly defensive, from the leg entanglements in the beginning to the back control now in mount. Justin has to be on defense everywhere.
Absolutely, and we're a little past the 3-minute mark, so he has really fought himself out of multiple bad situations already.
And both athletes are doing a very good job at playing towards the format, right? If this is a 5-minute round, CJ needs to do a lot more to, try and get the finish quick. If this is just a 5-minute round, yep, here we go. Potential
very nice, very nice.
Justin will need to be doing a lot more to get out and create offensive sequences for his own. Justin understands all he needs to do is survive this, right? If he survives with no submission, then we move on to round 2, and it's almost as if round 1 didn't happen. So now, as opposed to your usual, where the onus is on the person to defend and get out, really the onus here is on CJ, because if he knows if he can lock up a submission in this round, he's starting to get way ahead on the scorecards here. And Justin is just going to try and save some energy, because we all know that this could end up going on for a long time if we step into a fourth round.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like CJ's having just a little bit of a hard time getting that triangle completely locked in. Justin keeping his hands tied together, and CJ will go back to mount, probably coming up in the last little bit of the minute here. So we might be going into round 2 unless we're looking for like a flash submission.
And that's just, I mean, all three of us have competed under the arena banner, and so we all know it's such an interesting format, because CJ is working very, very hard right now, and he is expending energy, and even though he's in a dominant position, if he doesn't lock up a sub, then it's basically all of this work was for nothing, and Justin might come in from a neutral standing position and feel refreshed and ready to go, and might be able to change the tide with the turn of a round.
Good stuff. So true. We are heading into round 2. No submission in round 1. Just as your reminder, this is 3 5-minute rounds separated by 30-second breaks. If there's no submission clearly, or like there's a tie, we would go to a 4th round, and that's overtime unlimited. Have we been to overtime yet?
No, we have had no overtimes yet tonight.
Unfortunately not.
That's exciting. I do think one of the best ways to figure out who the better grappler is pure submissions, and I think this format really does a good job of showcasing that. All right, bringing the competitors back. CJ Berkheimer out of Paramount BJJ in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Justin Copling out of New State Fitness in Louisiana.
Guys ready to go?
Justin did a very good job at surviving, but CJ immediately right back into the way that he started round 1.
CJ definitely feels comfortable on the bottom there. He's going to be in a good reverse De La Riva position. Looking to keep Justin's knee from hitting the mat.
He's trying to create those tilts and those off balances to create reactions that are going to open up potential inversions underneath, or barambolos, or maybe even some entries into leg entanglements. And he's doing a good job at.
Looks a little bit similar to the beginning of round 1, but it looks like.
Very nice transition onto the other leg. That was beautiful.
And
he'll look to thread that leg over for a heel hook, but he needs the knee line in.
Yeah.
So Justin's going to come out without that knee line in. No finish here.
Very good defense by Justin to get that knee out right away, because that backside 50-50 can be brutal if your knee does not escape very quickly.
CJ's corner looking to call for knees connected to elbows, which is definitely something I think we hear pretty often. He has a nice knee shield with that left leg. Going to look to potentially come up here, maybe change of plans. Justin looking to go chest to chest, but he's prevented in doing that by CJ's left knee shield. CJ bringing that left arm back inside and framing. Justin looks a little bit more on the offensive this time, whereas I would say first round CJ initially looked more offensive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of those things of the last round, CJ was expending a lot of energy trying to get a finish to win the round, and really Justin was just focusing on surviving, and very minimal movement from him, just very sticking everything in close and just trying to not get submitted. So he almost seems like he's the fresher one in this round at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin can get his right knee to the ground. I think CJ would have a little bit harder of a time, but CJ doing a good job of keeping his guard, changing it up back and forth. And again, threading that left leg through, he just has to watch his actual foot on that, which I don't think Justin will be attacking that. CJ's signature move here, looking to take the back and climb up.
Oh, but Justin's looking for a leg entry here.
Oh, very nice.
He was able to pull the knee back inside.
Maybe to a knee bar. I think
CJ's going to have to
it.
try and walk around the back and use it to take the back. He cleared the knee line. It's going to be very tough for Justin to be able to get back into an offensive maneuver here. But he's able to sit into a honey hole position here, and he's going to turn and try and use that to pass. That's the danger of inverting and underneath, and that berimbolo style game in no-gi is obviously, first of all, leg locks are more prominent, but second of all, that the lack of friction sometimes allows your opponent to be able to just pull your leg right back into a dangerous position.
Absolutely, for sure. CJ looking like he's in close guard with a guillotine, but Justin will circle his head out here. He's in a safe spot. Good opportunity here to put CJ against the cage, but CJ recognizes that and keeps himself away. Justin going to stand up, open the guard. Very nice.
Justin is tough as nails. He's escaped many submission attempts from CJ. And CJ's no joke either. These submission attempts are very purposeful, and a few got really deep, especially the guillotine.
Justin on a straight footlock, but no control of the knee here, so I don't think there will be much of a threat unless he's controlling either side. And I think CJ recognizes that he'll get his right leg free at this point.
Yeah, CJ was doing a really good job at turning his knee towards the ground and taking real pressure off of the ankle and just making it more of a tight squeeze on the shin.
CJ be in a good spot to wrestle up. Justin looking to go for a toe hold, but ultimately comes out of it.
CJ can potentially get a good back take from here.
Very nice. He recognizes it.
Yep.
He takes it. He looks to throw both hooks in, and we're back.
That was beautiful. And he's already got one arm underneath the chin. But Justin does a good job at getting his hands right back inside.
Yeah, the cage almost stopped the momentum of the Berimbolo, and he ended up adjusting very quickly.
CJ coming up to mount. Again, Justin doing a good job of defending and getting his back to the mat.
Now we can see, similar to what happened in Tirsa and Maggie's match, CJ recognized that there's shorter time in this round, and being on the back, while it is one of the best positions in jiu-jitsu, finishing that rear naked choke can sometimes be difficult when your time is short. So he was perfectly willing to start coming off to the side, and he was originally looking for an armbar and accepted the mount, but he has a lot more options for quicker joint lock finishes from here.
Will he finish it at the end here? We're so close. Oh, and he's out. I think we're going to be going into the next round here. We're on short time, probably less than 10 seconds.
There we go. All right. So we are moving into round 3. Now, what that means is that any submission from any competitor wins it. If there's no submission, where are we going?
Going into no time limit overtime.
Our very first no time limit overtime we could be looking at. So both of these athletes here are going to be looking to really push the action and lock up a sub. I would say for the most part, we've seen CJ in a lot of offensive, more dominant positions, but we can definitely see that it's slowing down. The pace is slowing down. The entries are slowing down a little bit. And Justin is just surviving all of the bad spots and then coming back with a little bit extra gas in each next exchange. So.
Starting round 3 here.
Yes, sir. Ooh, I'm excited. This was a back and forth. I don't know. No subs yet either. If you guys said that, I might have missed it. Sorry.
No worries. No subs yet, and so that means any sub now takes it.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was a very long match because these guys are so tough. No one wants to tap. No one wants to give up. You know, you still see all this pressure early in round 3 rather, and. Yeah, if I had to predict, I'd guess that this is going to be a pretty long match.
Well, the first thing we're seeing is a change-up here. CJ did not pull guard, and Justin actually has him on the cage. So I'm curious if this is part of CJ's game plan, not to pull, or what the plan is. A nice guillotine attempt right into the guard.
This is tight. This is underneath the chin. And they get
very nice.
Wow.
Quick submission.
Right.
I wonder if this will be in the running for one of the faster ones.
Yeah.
I guess strong.
I think that is our fastest submission so far.
CJ might be coming out with $50. We'll have to get an exact time on that, but it was definitely under 1 minute. CJ out of Paramount BJJ, coached by AJ Deshani out of Droogs and Paramount BJJ. That was a good back and forth match. I enjoyed that. We'll get to talk to CJ here in a minute at Arena Grappling, located at Droogs MMA and Jiu-Jitsu in Pottstown, PA, with 5-Star Productions as the DJ for the night. And we have CJ here with us now.
All right. CJ, congratulations on winning your match with a solid guillotine in round 3. Why don't you give us your thoughts on the match?
Man, what a tough guy coming in here from out of the state. Not even out of state, out of the time zone, you know? Guy hopped on a plane, got a hotel in all of place, Phoenixville. So, what a stud. You know, got to give all the credit to him for coming out here and taking the match.
What made you switch up your game in round 3? We saw you didn't pull guard right away.
I was talking to my coach. I was telling him I might be a little too tired in the event that he pulled, so I was worried about not pulling myself. But he told me to go with it and stay confident. And the opening he was talking about was there.
That plan paid off for you. That was a beautiful guillotine. And as of right now, you're in the lead as far as fastest submission. So you might be getting a little bit of one of our bonuses. So we also have our arena trophies. These 3 are going along with the bonuses sponsored by yours truly, Alec Kearns, Real Estate. But anything else you want to say? Any highlights from the match or anything?
Anyone to shout out?
Shouts out Droogs, always hosting great events. and quality training for anybody in the area. Definitely check it out.
And what would you do with that $50 if you won?
Put it down on a down payment on a house through Alec Kern's real estate company.
All right, I'll
Heard
take
that.